Welcome back to Enlightened Trading. I'm your host Conrad, and today we have another look at the crypto market. So today we're of course going to talk about this crazy pump in Bitcoin lately. We've seen, it's very nice to see that, and as well we're going to talk about altcoins and where I think they will go in the near-term future. So definitely stay tuned along the video. We are also going to talk about the secret chart I leaked in my last video, so definitely go check that out as well. So yeah, leave a like down below this video, subscribe to this channel, go down into the comments, say I subscribed. I'm going to personally reply to your comment, and yeah, that's it, and let's get into it. Okay, so looking here at the price of Bitcoin, as you can see, and as I said, we had a very nice breakout lately. So this has been extremely clear and well structured, in my opinion. This is a very bullish sign for Bitcoin overall. So as you can see, we had this nice symmetrical triangle here. I was maybe 55% leaning bullish. I also mentioned it in my latest video that I was just a little bit more bullish, but I was mostly neutral, and that's actually the reason why I did not take a trade. You could have actually taken a trade here upon this retest of this setup support trend line, and as well coming up this diagonal support trend line as well. So you could have very nicely made an entry right here at 10,541, and you would be in profit very nicely for now. But as you can see, we also broke resistance 2 times actually. So I actually thought we would not move above 11,000. Well, we did so shortly afterwards. As you can see, we had some horizontal resistance coming in here at 11,000 or 10,900, and we did not move above it for a short period of time. These are 4-hour candles here on the Bitcoin chart. So as you can see, we did not move above resistance right here, but shortly afterwards we broke it, and then we broke towards the next resistance level, which was 11,100 approximately. And as you can see, it was very important support in the past, and we have now very nicely broken above it, and I also think with some decent volume. I mean, it's okay, but it's Bitstamp, so it doesn't really matter. And yeah, so this is very nice to see. We are here currently on a 7 of the TD sequential countdown on a 4-hour chart, so we could be looking for a sell setup here once a 9 approaches, where would be my target. So for now, I would not take a trade. I would wait for either a retest of 11,100 or a retest of 11,000. I don't see a break below 11,000 in the near-term future, because this is because 11,100 is just so critical support and resistance that if it really gets retested in the near-term future, that I do think it will hold up, and this could then look similar to something like this, where we consolidate and then actually break down to the target of 11,000, retest it, and then find a way to move back up to 11,500 to then break to my next target, which is 12K approximately. So this could look like that, but we also could just move sideways for a prolonged period of time before then seeing a breakout again to 11,000 to 12,000. Bitcoin is just very bullish in general. You're looking at this chart, so I of course Bitcoin does not have to has to retest the level of 11,100, but I would not take a trade, because this has already ran so far, and it's not getting again into overbought territory. On your 4-hour chart, of course, on the daily, there is still a lot of room for upside. And yeah, so Bitcoin is looking very bullish, and I do think 12K is actually in the near-term future a very likely target for Bitcoin. And yeah, so that would be my play for for this price move. I'm not in a position currently, as I said. I will wait for either a consolidation or a retest of support. And yeah, so that's it. Okay, as you can see, this is the secret chart I actually mentioned in my latest video. Go check it. It's going to pop off somewhere here, somewhere upon this video here. And yeah, so as you can see, we again held up price very nicely here off this very prolonged setup trend line, or I mean not setup trend line, but curved trend line. And we once again held it very nicely and are looking for weekly higher highs compared, of course, to 11,100. So this is now again a weekly higher high, and this would then now signal that we are moving again to the target of 12,500 and most likely above it in the near future. Maybe we can again get a consolidation here around 12k before then moving all the way to 14 and to 20k. I do see this happening. Maybe in the end of 2020, maybe even sooner. This of course depends on where price wants to go and how bullish things look. But of course, I still think a retest of 12k of 20k is actually pretty likely here for Bitcoin. Maybe not a break of it, but a retest in 2020. I do see it as a possibility. Okay, so moving on to Ethereum. So Ethereum actually playing against the odds where I thought it would go. As you can see, I did think it was going to retest 313. Of course, it is always dependent on what Bitcoin likes to do. So you should definitely take the price of Bitcoin into your analysis on where altcoins might move. So I'm going to delete some of these lines. And yeah, we moved above the first target, which was $356 here with diagonal and horizontal resistance incoming. And we then also broke the next resistance area of $369. So very nice to see that for Ethereum. Ethereum also now getting into overbought territory, but still has a lot of room to go. The next target, of course, will be 390 approximately for the next resistance area. But I would still think that of course, if Bitcoin moves, then Ethereum will move in a similar direction, and I mean in the same direction, but with similar percentage gains. Ethereum did not yet see its outperformance of Bitcoin, and we would still have to wait and see if that actually happens. Altcoins, of course, moved, but it did not move that fast for now. So there still seems to be a lot of faith in Bitcoin, and maybe not that much faith in altcoins for now, of course. And yeah, so my next target for Ethereum, as I said, 390. We can, since we are not that far above $370, which I thought was very critical resistance, we can still move below it. I would not actually like to see it for Ethereum. I would like Ethereum to hold this level of 370 and consolidate here further. Of course, this is dependent on what Bitcoin does. And yeah, so I mean, I would not like a retest of 355 and just in consolidation for now. I'm also not in an Ethereum trade. I'm still waiting for my entry. I would not like to enter upon this rally. Maybe I would not even enter upon Bitcoin going to 12k, because there is just a lot of resistance coming in at this level, and I do think a retest of 12k is likely before breaking just a little bit lower, maybe to 11,500. Okay, so Chainlink, Link USD, looking of course similar to some of these altcoins. We also had a nice rally here again. We are now above $10, so this is very nice to see. We are also now approaching horizontal resistance. As you can see, the TD sequential acting with its setup trend line very nicely right here. We are also now consolidating below resistance, so this is also pretty important that we did So for now, I would not expect a break above $11 here for Chainlink. I would expect again a retrace. Of course, this is dependent on what Bitcoin does, but I would expect a retrace maybe towards the level of 9.7, 9.6. I would expect a retrace. So this could, for example, look similar to this, where we get a retrace all the way down to the support level. Maybe, of course, if Bitcoin also goes to 11,100, then we can see this on Chainlink as well. Before then again consolidating here further, maybe moving back to $10 before breaking above and moving all the way to $13, which was my initial target for this rally actually. So still I think pretty bullish here for Chainlink, but I do think some consolidation is likely because we have a lot of resistance here coming in at $11. So if I would trade Chainlink, then I would enter upon 9.76 approximately, with a rather tight stop loss because of course Chainlink is rather volatile. So, and yeah, this would be my entry before then moving higher here on Chainlink. Okay, so maybe we're going to talk about Uniswap, UNC. So how do things look? Well, actually, I think they look okay. They do not look they do not look that amazing. We could argue that we are above resistance here. Looking at this trend line, I do not like how price plays around it. So I would not include it. I think in my analysis, we could argue that maybe this happened and we are now again above. But I would look here at USD at the Uniswap token for this ascending channel here playing out, and this for once could mean that we are going to drop a little bit. But I actually think since this had a very drastic downwards move, that we are again actually approaching here resistance and maybe are actually breaking above with this pattern forming right now. But as you can see, we are approaching resistance, and I would not enter and trade in this vicinity. Maybe I would enter here down below at 335 with a tight stop loss. But since there is still some heavy resistance coming in with 3.72, then I would not act as a support. I think it will act as support, and therefore I would not like to enter upon a break above or a consolidation below. But this is just my opinion and the way I trade. So of course you do not have to do the same thing. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, very nice to see this bullish action here in the crypto market, of course playing as expected. Looking at the fundamental side, I think it's playing out as expected. And yeah, so as I said, very nice to see. Hope you get something out of it. Hope you are playing along and trading along and getting some money, being in the altcoin space in general. I mean, in the crypto space in general, maybe not the altcoin space, but yeah. Make sure you check out here my Instagram page for some funny content and some good memes along the way. Go down into the comments and leave a nice comment. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like down below, and yeah, that's it. And I'll see you guys and girls, you people, back next time. Bye.